Yeah. I know. Elon, I know. I'm trying. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Elon. No, calm down, Elon. I know Bitcoin's going to zero, but somehow we need to manipulate the market. So, oh, I got a live stream. 1 second. Gotta go. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome. What's happening? How's everyone doing today? Uh, oh man. How was that? Just kidding, guys. I wasn't on the phone. Oh my gosh, my mask keeps falling out. I think it's broken. Uh oh. Uh oh. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Oh no. Oh no. I think I might have to get some new strings or something for this. Uh-oh, it's wearing out. It's wearing out already. It was a 5 cent mask on eBay. Just kidding. I don't know where I got it, but anyway, Rabin is golden today. Yeah, we're golden. Check, we got the Rabin sweater on. We're rocking it. No, can I get that in closer? Yeah. Anyway, what's happening? What's going on? How's everyone doing? Let's do a roll call. Ooh, I see my Twitch there turned off. There we go. I see you guys. Rolo69, what's happening? I see Scafer. What is that? I see a blue one. I'm awesome, but Rabbit is more awesome. Oh, that's Scafer in blue. Why is your name changed just for that one? That's interesting. Laughing at the Elon thing. Yeah, you guys thought that was funny, huh? Awesome. All right. We got Squirrel Masters in the house. We got The Pirate. Speaking of The Pirate, The Pirate's on a mission already. So the other day we mentioned he was a mod. Let's just kind of look at this. Window here, share, bam. Check this out. I load the XURL. It is something completely different. I also don't trust anyone who takes a photo of the monitor and posts it as news. They could just provide the direct link. Boom! Banhammer. There's the pirate. Like we said the other day, he's a mod. He's already banned. Look at that. Just nuclear power bans. Like, there's no messing around. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. All right, okay, let's switch my screen share around again. Go back in here, go to there, and then back to here. Back to the roll call. All right, let's continue on. All right, went to Squirrel Master. We got Techman YT. What is happening? Grey Wolf Mining's in the house. What do we got here? What is that? I think that's Caveman Mining, but it's Cavia Mining. Hello, what's happening? Because everything's at the ats and it's all messed up. How are I delete the Android software from my Android phone and installed Linux? I mined Zealous for 18 kilohash in 2 hours using TNM Miner V3. The phone crashed. Oh, you got to talk about some phone mining. I see. I don't know how to do that because I'm not really into phone mining. Caveman Mining. Okay, talking to Jay Styles. I see you. What is happening? Dream Crypto Mining. What's going down? Brick. I see Brick. What's going on with the Brick? Sling Buzz. What's going down? Jockwick Miners here. We got Monkey Dudes in the house. Jockwick Miner again. Jay Styles again. Oh,
Nuclear power plant mining. Rod Potts is in the
house. Funwiser, I'm not sure. He's probably at work, but we're going to do it anyway. Funwiser! Yeah, there we go. Funwiser. What do we got? We got a set one Rabid Mining gift membership. Alterac gave one away. Who got it? Project Kush received the gifted membership. So congratulations to you. Alterac, happy birthday. It's not my birthday yet. Not yet. Tomorrow, I think. What is today? Today's the 2nd. Yeah. So tomorrow. Maybe if you're in like China or somewhere else across the world, it might be tomorrow for you. But here, I still have another day to go. So tomorrow. But yeah, it's so close. It's close to my birthday. It's close to my creation of Bitcoin. That's its birthday is tomorrow. And there you guys talk about Eli. Starting to see Quai payouts. Not sure what profits look like yet. That's what I mean. Okay, yeah, that's one thing we talked about yesterday is payments are supposed to start coming. So let's take a look at the price of Quai right now. So let's start with that. Let's start with Quai. See what Quai is doing at the moment. Quai Network, payments are coming in, going up. Wow, that's good, huh? What do you think? Payments are going out and Quai is pumping. It's doing the opposite. of what everyone thought it was gonna do, but it's still early. It's been what, 14, 15 days? Only been out for a day or 2 for payments, but we're gonna have to give this a couple more days. We can't judge it by this, but price is going up, so that's obviously a good thing, especially as payments are handing out there, so awesomeness. Now, because price is going up, is that gonna ask more people to start dumping quicker? I don't know. Now, one thing I didn't look at when we were looking at the ASICs is the yield, so that sucks. Um, I don't think I ever did click on the yield to see what you were getting. So let's just jump to an L9. Profits are up according to this. Profits are up. 14. So the yield is 463 Quai. Yeah, I don't know what the yields were when it first came. I think obviously it's probably a lot more because this was like I don't even remember what this was making at first, like 12, 15, $20 a day profit. Obviously, it's dropped down to only $5.10 at 12-cent power. But yeah, so the yield's around 463. We'll try to remember that for the future, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So yeah, payments are going out. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. So what's the chat saying? We got Mom's 308 there. Need a new Shaw 256 project to geek out on. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's go Shaw 256. What? Okay, there's more than just that for Shaw 256. Like Bitcoin didn't even show. Oh, I did it wrong. There. Now. Now let's take a look. Here we go. Here we go. So there's a couple ways we can look at this. Let's see. I don't know. We can look at difficulty changes, 7 days. Ooh, what is this? Plex Hive skyrocket in difficulty. No data on prices or nothing. So there's no exchange yet. So I don't know how old this is. But we see difficulty increases, which means newer projects or something's pumping or something. But also a good thing to look at is hash rate drops. Where's all the hash rate disappearing from? And maybe something can happen. Like we got Palladium, whatever Bitcoin is. I don't Reservisting coin. I don't know what half the stuff is. Obviously, we got Digibyte here, Aurora coin, Terra coin. But here it looks like hash rate drops. So look, that's weird. Look at this. So price is up, like it had a big dip here from whatever. Actually, that's not much of a dip. It looks huge, but really it's not too much. But there's a massive hash rate drop as this comes back. So I don't know. Is that having went through on whatever Paul coin is? So there's a lot of SHA 256 coins. There's 3 pages of SHA 256 coins. So, there's quite a few out here. And obviously, with all your little solo miners, they should be able to mine all of these. So there's a lot of and these are just the ones that are listed. There's probably some other ones out there that we don't even know about yet on like our plant or Bitcoin talk forums or something. So, there's a lot of options out there. The pirate. Why waste time with Quai on script when you can merge mine all the script coins? Well, all the script coins don't really matter because they're garbage trash anyway. Like they're making you less than a cent. They're making you less than a quarter of a cent. They're making you less than a fraction of a 0.0001 cent. So realistically, sure, you're getting other coin, New York coin, Ceiling Cat coin, that, but like 0.001 cents is what they give you per day. So realistically, who cares if you're mining 16 coins, 15 coins, because you're making pretty much the exact same amount just mining Litecoin and Dogecoin as everything else. Bells, all that stuff is just garbage and it's not giving you anything. They used to, when Mining Dutch first got Ceiling Cat coin and stuff like that, because it was the only pool on it and there was only the hash rate there that was mining, we were actually seeing an extra like $20 a day on like Ceiling Cat coin and stuff like that, and Lucky coin and those things, because no one else was on them. But the emissions were only like, $100 a day or something, like not very much. Because there was no hash rate though, we were seeing good profits from Mining Dutch. As soon as the big mining pools like Via BTC and these other guys added all these other coins, because at first they were profitable, and the reason they were profitable is because there was no hash rate on them. Then all of a sudden all this hash rate floated in. Now they're not making anything. It's not worth mining any of those other coins at all. Zero. Who cares? Oh, I merge mining 6 coins. Guess what? You're making the same amount merge mining 2 coins as you are merge mining 50 coins. That's how trashy all the other ones are. Bell's coin, Ceiling Cat coin, all these coins, they're not making anything extra because there's too much hash on them all, and they're just not, they're worthless. They're worthless coins. So that's why it doesn't matter about the other coins. So you're better off just mining Litecoin and Dogecoin. That's where all the money is. The majority, 99% of the money is from Dogecoin alone. So that's script in a nutshell. With the Rabid breakdown. They're all trash. Oh boy. That's one way to look at it. All right. So hopefully that answered your question. In my words. What do we got? We got Mobs 3. Are all the altcoins just here to distract us from mining Bitcoin? Conspiracy theories start. um, I don't know. Usually the argument was you make a lot more off an altcoin these days because Bitcoin's peaks. Sure, it looks like they're huge amounts, but between each cycles now, they're getting smaller and smaller. So, like, you know, 2013, whatever, maybe you saw like a 10x gain, 15x gain. Then the next cycle, it went down to only like 6 to 7x. Then it went to like 2021 cycle was like a 4x. And then 2025 bottom top was like a 3x or whatever, 4x, same thing again. They're getting a lot less. So the theory is, usually you should see higher gains with altcoins than you will with Bitcoin. But obviously, we didn't see an altcoin season this year because a lot of the money that went into Bitcoin and crypto was through ETFs, which didn't infiltrate the actual crypto market. So we didn't see these crazy altcoin sessions. So altcoins don't seem to be doing anything. They're really horrible right now, and it's looking like everyone's just moving towards Bitcoin. Now, with that being said, it still doesn't. It's still not that There was a point where mining Bitcoin was actually the most profitable coin in there, but we're seeing other things emerge now that's making it better again for some other coins. But everyone seems to be just mining and dumping and selling or swapping it straight to Bitcoin, which means people don't have faith. There's still more money in mining other altcoins than straight Bitcoin mining, especially depending on power prices and stuff. But at the end of the day, people are just siphoning those chains dry and just putting it into Bitcoin. So yeah, end result is they just want Bitcoin. They don't really care about anything else. If there's something else making more, they just siphon the value out of it and put it into Bitcoin until that coin's dead and move on to the next. Yeah, Quai GPU coin. It's an every coin. It's 3 coins now. Originally, it was just a GPU coin on ProgPow. Quai is now swapped over to KuPow, and then now it's also on Script as well as SHA-256. So on SHA-256, Quai is mining Bitcoin Cash. On KuPow, it's mining Raven coin. And on Script, it's mining Litecoin and Dogecoin. Now you're getting the emissions split between the change in Quai, and any blocks that it finds is actually getting sold, and then it's buying Quai and then selling back. So that could be actually another interesting aspect. Actually, no, I don't know. I don't know how the parent chains work. Like, I don't think the chains themselves, once they find the block, they got the block. They don't got to wait 2 weeks to get their coins. So I think as soon as they find their coins, I have to ask the dev on that. That's something that just popped in my mind is, are they instantly buying and actually they must be, because on that thing it says how much they've earned and sold so far. So I got to find the Quai soap thing. Let's see. Quai soap dashboard right here. So yeah, they must instantly be selling it and everything because it says how much they've done so far. So here's the total. So it's been about 2 weeks now, maybe 15 days, a day over some, because people are just starting to get payouts. But so far, total revenue earned from this is about $150,000 in 2 weeks. Not too bad. In the past 24 hours, that's actually up from 24 hours before. That's $15,939. So almost $16,000 they've earned here in 24 hours. And the total value secured is what, 2.4 billion. I don't know what all that means, but all that's in. But total Quai burnt. So they burnt since this all started. 4.9 million Kwai, or $163,000. So I'm trying to figure this out. Where else are they burning coins from? Because here they have a total revenue of 150,000, but somehow they burnt 163,000, which is over the revenue that they got. So there's still some extra something coming in here that's not from the value of this. But we can see all the blocks they found here as well. So they found 2,670 Raven coin blocks, and that was just dumped, gone. So what's the block reward? 2,500 Raven right now. So how much Raven coin is that? Let's just take a look here. 2650 times 2,500. So that is 6.6 million Raven coin in the past 2 weeks was siphoned out of the Raven coin blockchain and added to Kwai to be burnt. So, there that's a decent amount of revenue getting pulled out of that coin. Litecoin, we got 14 Litecoin blocks found, 36 Doge blocks were found, and 28 Bitcoin Cash blocks were found. So, very interesting happening. So, what is this? Secure 1.86 billion secured. Yeah, I'm not sure how to read this. And then here's our hash rates for. Then we got the Kapow hash rate of, we got 633 gigahash. So actually, let's go look and compare that to the actual network of Raven coin, because I'm curious now. Raven, the Raven here, swap this over. So Raven coin. All right, so 4.37 terahash. That's actually not a lot. That's not huge, a huge amount, but it's a decent amount. So what was that again? So they got 633 gigahash. 633 gigahash. Oh wow. So they're second place. They are the second place pool on Ravencoin. Two miners is 2.19 terahash, but 663 gigahash puts them as the second largest pool on Ravencoin. And all that is being siphoned out of Ravencoin. But it doesn't look like it seems to be affecting it, as Ravencoin is going up in price. So, that's kind of interesting there. Very interesting aspects there. Shaw here we have 150 petahash. And then script, we got 6.35 terahash. How much is that for script? Let's just take a look now. Go to Litecoin. What? No pools. It's glitched out. There we go. So they got 6.35 terahash. That's not very much at all. All right, so they're in like 18th place, 19th place, 6.35 terahash. So they don't have very much hash rate at all compared to the overall network. Most people are obviously mining just these, maybe for the very reason that they think, because they are earning all these other coins, they think it's so much better. When, I kind of just mentioned that, ignore all that. You're not getting anything extra, because they're garbage. They're garbage. Garbage coins out there. Like, I don't even know what Bells and stuff is making. Like, we can try to find a profit calculator right quick. Let's go to calculators here. Coins, coin calculator. Do they have straight just Bells here? Let's see, Bells coin. All right, so what do we have? What's an L9? L9 on Bell's coin. What the heck? 16 gigahash, I think there. Yeah, 16 gigahash, 340 or something. Yeah, look at that. An L9 is making negative $9 on Bell's coin, because Bell's coin is trash. Case closed. Like, they're not making anything. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Why is it saying 962? That's just the cost. Like, it doesn't even show up. There's not even showing any revenue. So maybe it's broken. I don't know. But like, the point is, these coins don't make anything. Nothing at all. So yeah. Where are we going into here now? Let's just go back into here. So anyway, that's Kwai and stuff in a nutshell. You're mining Kwai to an exchange. Hope it doesn't go down. Yeah, well, if you plan on selling it like the same day, every couple days, whatever, then it's it's okay. It's never okay, but it's okay if that makes sense. Uh, just go to the exchange. But yeah, you always risk the chance of the exchange going down. It doesn't matter if it's Binance or whoever. Every exchange has the potential to go down. It does. It's just gonna happen. You never know. Just be ready for that. Doesn't matter where they are. BCH node with 2-bit Q gamma come at me blocks. Oh, Norway or Nanya business. None your business. I gotcha. BCH node. So you rocking your own Bitcoin Cash node and you're running 2-bit axes on it. Nice. 2 gammas, the 601s, doing some solo lining. So wicked. Good stuff there. So you can mint Quai to Quai and counted as burnt. You can mint Quai to no, you don't count it as burnt. Like what the dev team is doing is when they find Ravencoin blocks. If you missed the video, I go through all this in there, but I did a video on this when it first released. But what they do is when they mint Ravencoin blocks, those blocks, Litecoin, whatever, they sell it and they buy Quai. That Quai is then sent to an address where it's never going to be attained or accessible or whatever. So it's just burnt. So that's why they're calling it a burnt account. Is it's never going to be sold or anything. It's pretty much out of circulations because it can never be used. It's impossible. It's just gone. So that's what they do. They sell whatever they mined. They buy Quai and they send it to that burnt address. And as that address accumulates, that's less Quai. That's technically taken off the network that can cause any type of inflation and stuff because it can't be sold ever in its life. So that's kind of what they're doing there. Why can't some make another proof of work like F? Well, a lot of people try. It comes down to value and people. Like, there's a lot of proof of work chains out there. It's just that they're all garbage. Now, they might not be garbage to the miners, but to the investors and people that actually buy, sell, use, and build on chains like Ethereum and Bitcoin and whatever else, they don't care about Kaspa and everything else. They're not using them. They're not building applications and dApps and using things like that. Doge has more real world use case than Kaspa, believe it or not. It has more real world use case than 99% of the other cryptos out there because some stores and vendors, Musk being one of them, you can go to Tesla, buy a Tesla car with Dogecoin. Can you go and do that with Kaspa? No. Can you go and do that with Bitcoin? Well, yeah, you can do that with Bitcoin in most places, most amount of places. Can you do that with, Ravencoin? No. Like, that's the thing. Most of these chains, they just say they're doing this. They're doing, we're AI now. We're doing this. They're not doing anything. They're lying to us all. And nobody's building on them. No one's using them. Just because you make a chain, you slap smart contracts. Yes, we're going to the moon. Now we're like Ethereum. People are going to build on us. No one's building on them. It's not doing anything. Who cares if you have it if nobody's using it? So that's what's going on here. So yeah, you can build 1 million Ethereums, but if people don't use Ethereum that was built, then it doesn't matter. ETC can do everything Ethereum can, but people aren't blowing up on it and using it constantly. So, technically that is another Ethereum. ETC is the original Ethereum. Vitalik actually forked to make Ethereum, and somehow ETC Classic had to keep Classic. In theory, Ethereum is Ethereum Classic, and Ethereum Classic currently is Ethereum. If you really look at it at the way, that's the only time I've ever seen a forked coin take over the original name, and the original coin had to take over a new name, which is crazy. So anyway, it just comes down to people using the coin and building on it, and nobody's using or building on any of the other chains out there. They're only using, Ethereum, Bitcoin, maybe some Solana and stuff like that. But like for the most part, all these other coins out there, nobody cares, no one's using it, and that's why they're all failing. Wait, NFTs are not useful. Dang it. Yeah. NFTs was the whole 2021 thing. Meme coins are in there. Who knows what the next fad is going to be? We'll just have to wait to see what the next fad in the next cycle is going to be, and then whatever chain adapts that the most, which will most likely be something like Ethereum or something, but we'll just see from there. Rabid mining, you were part of the reason why ETC got forked. Well, I, well, yeah, kind of. Well, no, it was already forked, wasn't it? Yeah, it was already forked to Ethereum when I was involved in the 51% attack on ETC. But yeah. Rabbit Tangem has new Visa card. You can use any crypto to pay. Yeah, I seen that. Well, you have to convert to USDC, I believe, and then it auto swaps it automatically to pay. But that's only available in a select few countries like USA. I don't even know if it's available in all the states because just like Mexi, the exchange, and other places in the states, like some states can't use Mexi, other states can. So it might be the same thing, depending on by state, there might be a different regulatory action for it as well. So it's not widespread yet. I do know it can be used in the states. I don't know if all states or not. It can't be used here in Canada yet. It can't be used in a lot of other countries, but they're slowly rolling it out and stuff from there. But yeah, Tangent does have their Visa Pay coming. Now, it's not made by Tangent themselves. It's made by something or somebody else, but it is related and works with Tangent, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's not available here because I've been talking to them. I've been trying to get one, but you can't use it here yet. Not in Canada anywhere. But you can use it in the States and some others early select few countries right now. What was it about 51% ETC, right? Yeah, what was it about? Yeah, 51%. Like I remember one time I probably have an older video on it, but my 2060 KO, I was on Nice Hash and I was making mad. It was like 3, 4, $5 a day on a 2060 KO. Like, wow, on Nice Hash. And then it turns out a few days later, I was making a ton of money. I know Red Panda was involved in that too. He was on Nice Hash making a bunch. And next thing we know, we find out a few days later that ETC underwent a 51% attack. One of three or four. They went through in a span of a year or two there. They had a few 51% attacks on them. But what happened was obviously somebody, they made their own pool or node, right? And then they rented all the hash rate everywhere and attacked ETC. And obviously they had to pay miners to do it. So they filled up every order, and I don't know how much they spent to do it, but it was a lot. But us miners were like, all right, we're making a lot of money. Awesome. And then we find out that we were all involved in that rental service and, caused the 51% attack on ETC. After that, the confirmations on all the exchanges went up to 8 hours, 10 hours for ETC. Now, some are slowly starting. It's been like 4 or 5 years since that, right? And finally, we're starting to see some exchanges drop it down to like maybe 1 or 2 hours confirmation. But there's still exchanges that are up to like 8 to 10 hours. Like it is insane. Exchanges are not dropping. Now, if you just want to, if I sent you ETC, it'll be like next to instant. It's super fast to do it on chain. But the exchanges still have super high confirmations just to send it to them to make sure everything is okay, blah, blah, and whatever. I think they need to drop that because ETC has major issues right now. That's a major thing of probably adoption for ETC is it takes 10 hours to get it to an exchange. And that's exchange's fault because they have the full power to drop it to one confirmation, 3, 5, 10, 100,000, whatever they have it at right now. They can easily just drop it to, bring it back down to like maybe 15, 20 minutes, like, normally should be, or maybe 2 minutes. I can't remember, but they can drop it right back down, and that would probably really help ETC, but they don't seem to be doing that. And it's been years that we've kind of been talking about that. Exchanges, why aren't you dropping the confirmations? It's been years since ETC was attacked. Like, why is it still so high for confirmations? It's stupid. Some exchanges take 2 days, Squirrel Master says. Like, wow, 2 days. Like, that is, oh, that's not called for at all. 80 people in chat, you're welcome. What? 80 people? What's happening? Where'd everyone come from? But we need some of those like guys. 78 viewers now, 25 likes. Smash that like button, guys. Let's do this. 26 likes. Let's keep going. Sending it up. Sending it up. Let's go. Up, 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 up. Rabbit, how can I check start mining date at pool? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like which pool? I guess some you could just go look at a pool's blocks and then see how far back they go and see when their first block was. That could be one way to look, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure. In good news, BC2 block time is down to 8,640 seconds. Uh, good news. Oh boy, I guess that's good news because it's an ongoing joke so far. But for the people actually, like, people are still mining that garbage. Bitcoin. Oh, that's Bitcoin Z. BTC2. BTC. Like, what is it even? All right, Bitcoin 2. What? What? Is Bitcoin 2 like, is it gone? How come it's not showing? Oh, oh, right there. Duh. All right, here we go. Yeah, 8,640 seconds. Wow, wow, wow. So I wonder, when was the last time some blocks were found? 3 minutes ago. Wow, they found a block 3 minutes ago. Then it was 59 minutes ago. And then 3 hours, 5 hours, 7 hours, 13. So the past 24 hours, they found 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blocks in 24 hours. Let's see the block time on that estimate. 24 divided by 12. That's not right. 12 divided by 24. No, that's not right. So, what? Well, yeah, 2 blocks in that. Yeah, that makes sense. 2 blocks. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Every 2 hours is a block. Huh. Not very good. Not looking too hot. But look at that. Look at all the solo ones that hit. OneMiner.net. What? OneMiner.net. One miner right here. That is, oh, how many? OneMiner.net right here with 11 terahash. Oh, that's PPLNS. Never mind. Solo. 3.3 petahash. Okay, so the second largest pool is a solo pool at 3.3 petahash. Alrighty. Interesting. Good old BC2, Bitcoin 2, whatever this. What is it? Conspiracy. Someone released a video about making an Umbrella BCH node. Gonna start that soon. Oh, they have an Umbrella? Let me take a look. Did they add that to Umbrella or someone just did it uh locally? So let's just see here. Bitcoin. What else do they got? Bitcoin. Their cash? No, I don't see Bitcoin Cash. BCH? Oh, no, I don't see that in here either. Interesting. Maybe they have it running in the background, I guess. Possibly. I do. There's Monero in here, I believe. Yeah, we got a Monero node here you can run also. Run your own personal Monero node, connect your wallet, fine tune with advanced settings. I wonder if they have a pool available for this. Rusty Caspad. Oh, they also got some Caspad in here. Kaspa and Rust, Lightning Speed. Oh, so they also got a Kaspa node here. That's interesting. Don't really care about Kaspa anymore, but it looks like they got some stuff. Peer-to-peer node. Here's run. What's this? Simplify your decentralized experience with. They got all sorts of interesting stuff here. I can't read that language unless that's. Oh, that's Atos. Whatever Atos is. Node management made easy. Interesting stuff here. Interesting. Yeah. So I don't know. Check out some of that. BCH node, Bitcoin Cash. Might have to look into that and see what's happening. It's in Retro Mic apps. Retro Mic have Umbrella apps. Raspberry Pi software is easy to set up BCH node. That's what I'm trying. I don't know. I'm running on a Raspberry Pi 5 right now, and I've been having issues. Look at this. See Raspberry Pi 5, and like I've uninstalled and reinstalled the node about 4 or 5 times. I keep getting the ext4-fs error, I think it is, and Google tells me that that error is due to possibly faulty power supply because Raspberry Pis, I guess, are picky on that. But the power supply says Raspberry Pi on it. It is a dedicated Raspberry Pi supply, so that's okay. Um, what else? That also could be corruption in the files. So, I might have to do that, do something there with the file checking, and I haven't done that yet. I'm working on I tried Knots, I tried Core, now I'm trying Knots again to see if I can get it to work, but I'm just not sure, like, where are we at here now? Yeah, so right now we're synchronizing again. I'm at 6%. I got up to about 60%. I was also getting database errors and stuff. Maybe it's because some of the add peers. I did change this. I did have I got these nodes in here now, but the DNS, what is it? DNS seed equals one, like opens it up. And maybe that was giving me faulty nodes. So I got rid of that and I'm trying it with just these nodes now because I'm also not able to open my 8333 port on through this internet provider. They don't allow that. So I have to manually add my nodes in so that I can talk to a lot more other than the default 10. So I'm just waiting to see what this happens. But yeah, I get that error, everything freezes, then I can't get in it through my browser anymore. And then when I actually plug in my capture card in the back, it says ext4-fs error and stuff. And then when I reboot it, then my Bitcoin node has corruption and errors. And I just been having kind of some issues going on with that Raspberry Pi. So let's have to see what happens. You have the same issues with your Pi? Interesting. I don't know. I wonder if it's a Pi thing. So you just switched to Windows. Yeah. And like, what is it? And the SSD card, which is 2 terabytes, is like it's only like this big. It is tiny, super small thing. So I gotta see what the number is on it, and I wonder if my Windows PC can actually use that or not. If so, maybe I'll just slap it into, or maybe my little one of my little node boxes and put it in that. But I don't know. We'll see. Told Hawk to get you 2 X9s. You'll send them 10K. 10K for 2 X9s. I don't know. The pre-orders are how much are they? Like 6K now or 7K? Not sure if we can get it. Oh, I forgot to ask. I'm gonna ask right now. I'll ask later if I remember about the whole conspiracy going on with the S23 air cools and stuff that we talked about the other day. I hope you don't get forked. No, well, we know Random X is forking the Random X V2, which kind of talked about in this video right here. But it's not really it's gonna do some stuff, but not it's still gonna be able to mine. It's gonna lose about 30% efficiency at first. Maybe as future tweakings go out, it'll lose a little bit more. It's hard to say if Bitmain will tweak it harder for software updates. We don't know, but it's gonna get nerfed a little bit, but it's still probably gonna, crush the current CPU gen, no matter unless they fully remove risk V CPUs from the network, which would mean they're eliminating CPUs. That would go against their whole CPU only decentralization thing because the Bitmain machine is CPU. So you can't argue the fact that it's still a bunch of CPUs and an ASIC case. So yeah, I don't know. But the only thing they can really eliminate this is not add risk V support. But we've clearly seen in the dev notes that they are adding risk V or risk 5, whichever way you want to say it. They are adding the support to the random X V2 algorithm. So it's going to work on it. What do we got here? I'm using well, they all can be flashed. Like even the X5 can get updated firmware and flashed and do things and whatever, but Bitmain never did it. Like everyone that has an X5, that Bitmain kept saying new things will be coming, they'll be able to do more things. They never released an update. So I don't expect like they can do it, but I wouldn't expect them to release any future updates on the X9 either. So just have that in the back of your mind. What do we got here? I've been watching your videos for months now. What do you think about Venera VNR? It's a multi CPU random X coin. I've been mining last couple months. VNR, I don't know. I haven't heard of that one. Is it on Mining Pool Stats? Let's take a look. VNR. Oh, it's not on here. VNR. VNR. Try it again. Nope. VNR. Let's just take a look here. Venera. Venera CPU mining. Here's Reddit. There is no information. Here we got this here 4 months ago. We're introducing, so he introduced this on Reddit of all places. Do they have a link to Bitcoin Talk? They don't. That's interesting. USDT payout interval. What? They're paying out in USDT. This seems weird. We're introducing Venera, a new CPU mineable coin on its own proof of work chain that serves as the base currency for collateral and transactions in the K ecosystem for them. Anyone with a CPU can start mining, earning VNR alongside USDT. Our adaptive algo mining pool partitions hash rate between the most profitable coins to mine and injects the USDT as liquidity in the form of VNR buybacks and USDT payouts. This seems weird. You've been mining this for a while now? Have you been getting paid and looking decent? I have to put this into my folder here and then look further into it. But yeah, I haven't heard about that. It seems weird. Oh, I didn't even change that for you guys. So now you can kind of see what I was talking about here when I went through it all. But yeah, introducing BNR own proof of work chain, serves for currency. But look, anyone with a CPU can start mining alongside USDT. Our adaptive algo mining pool partitions hash rate between the most profitable coins to mine and injects USDT as liquidity in the form of VNR buybacks and USDT payouts. That just sounds weird, doesn't it? I don't know. So yeah, you've been getting paid and everything on that unit or what? We can crack anything. Where's the person that was saying that? It's Risk 5 per the UC Berkeley, where it was developed. Risk 5. Okay, so it's Risk 5. Okay, gotcha. They kill Risk 5. They might also kill ARM CPUs. They're adding ARM support into RandomX V2 as well, by the looks of things. But yeah, so David Watt, did you repeat any stuff there about that? Rabid, I'm using Stackwell iOS. No, that's just any thoughts. Do you have the Andy CD Green? Do you have the latest version of Zealous? They've been updating like crazy since their hard fork. So I don't know what version they're on. I don't know if a new one released today or yesterday or not, but always make sure you're on the latest version of the node and make sure then to help connect to other nodes and stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have the node list or anything for them right now. Okay, let's just go back to talk about this coin here. So David Watt, did he repair? David Watt. Oh, right there. And you got over 500 USD for it already and staked over 120K VNR. Interesting. And what are you mining on? You've been mining it for, I gotta go over. How long you been mining it? And for the last couple months. So about 2 months or something. It's about 4 months old. You got about 500 USD, 1 rig, 2 rigs. If that's only like 1 or 2 rigs, that's not too bad. Oh my W. So could they put it all on Old Miss or Miami W? No gambling, guys. No gambling. That's all risky. I still think with the Bitman RX miner due in the summer, CPU bros are cooked. Yes and no. Well, I know it's going to be a very popular miner. The X5 was a very popular miner, and the X5 was one of my favorite miners. And the X9 will probably be my next favorite miner. But there's so many unknowns that's going to come out. We're on the Max V2. How is it actually going to change the performance of our normal 7 and 9000 series CPUs, as well as some of the Intel CPUs? As well as how will it drop the efficiency of the X9? Those are unknowns. The other thing is, because it's coming out in the middle of summer, They're showing it right now where Monero's high in price. We're moving into the bear market. The bull run is over and gone, guys. Monero could be $150, $200, maybe only $80 by the time this thing releases in the next 6 months, which means it's not even going to be profitable. A lot of hash rates going to have to come off the network. Now, regarding the rewind back to Random XV2, if it's still half as good as it is based on today's numbers with efficiencies and stuff, it's still going to be the most efficient equipment you can even have online. So it's going to be the only thing worth mining Monero with over consumer grade CPUs because that efficiency is just so much better. So we need all these variables. We need to know the answers, and we won't know them. We can just speculate and guess right now, but there's so many different things changing and moving that in 6 months we just got to see where the market is. We got to see how these things have been nerfed. We got to see how our normal CPUs were buffed, and then really decide what's happening. I think it's way too early to be pre-ordering anything right now, but again, I still think it's going to end up being an amazing miner at the end of the day, but it's just still too early to tell, how it's actually going to look. You feel like the X9 can be cracked. Well, if you can crack the X9, do you have an X5? If you can crack an X5, most likely you're going to be able to crack an X9 or something. So, they're pretty much exact same thing. I'm imagining just the X9 has newer, better RISC-V chips in it. XMR, when's the fork? The fork is, I think it's in a month. Maybe it's this month. Maybe it's next month. I can't remember. It's coming up, but we should see hopefully a test net or something for RandomX V2 this month, like within the next couple of weeks, probably. Last I heard, it's supposed to be January of 2026 is when RandomX V2 early support should be ready. There's a couple more things to do, so we should see that to test it out very, very soon. But we don't know when it'll be. I think the X9 will be like an FPGA. Well, it won't have the speed of an FPGA. You might be able to load, like you would load bit streams, and like if Bitmain fully has the ability to, add customized miner, then yeah, like we talked about this the other day, where they could possibly, have an XMR firmware, have a Zealous firmware, have Ghost Rider firmware, and then okay, I want to mine Raptorium, install the firmware. Now I'm mining Ghost Rider algorithm coins. I want to go back to Monero, install Monero firmware. Now I'm mining, Monero again, stuff like that. So, maybe if they could do something like that, that would be crazy and, maybe possible. But for the most part, I think this is going to become exactly like the X5 because they didn't do any of that with the X5. They're just going to have it available for Monero, and whatever select coins fork exactly like Monero, it'll work on those. It's probably going to be just like the X5. We'll see what happens. All the boys are dying. Everyone getting sick and old. Yeah, it's craziness. I wonder how much DRAM they use. They might have been pushed out to June as a result of Ramacopolis. No, that's a possibility, and that's a lot of the numbers that people are wondering about too. Is how are they selling a machine so cheap with the RAM prices now, and that's 6 months later. Like a lot of people are saying the numbers don't make sense, so it has to be an ASIC. But we have confirmation, at least from Layla Mining, saying this is not an ASIC. It's RISC-V chips, just like the X5 and stuff. But when it comes down to the RAM and stuff, what are they using to go there? Like I don't know how RISC-V chips work. Like if they work good, and maybe if a miner starts adding support for RISC-V chips, we might have a whole new ball game here. Maybe we should just be buying, instead of buying 7950X's and stuff, maybe we should just be buying RISC-V and figuring out how to set those things up if that's what Bitmain's doing. And if it's quite a bit cheaper, obviously it doesn't really have use cases. The resale value on those are going to be very low, so you got to weigh that as well. But if you want pure mining, it's the same thing as CMP 170s for Zealous and stuff. Pure mining, they're good. The resale value, horrible. They went from $3,000 down to like $200 now. But the same things there. They might be super cheap, but you might, there's no resale value in them. So it'll be interesting to see how, how they work and stuff. I do want to get my hands on one. I think it'd be fun to try to get my hands on one, see what the heck's going on, and maybe if we could build a decent CPU mining rig with a RISC-V kind of CPU. They probably figure out how to share the RAM, access more chips like X4. Well, yeah, that's what they did with the X5 is they had RAM shared between multiple banks of their chips. They don't have, unlike us where we put our RAM banks in for our single CPU, they had, one or two sticks of RAM going across multiple CPUs. So, yeah, they figured that out in the X5. So, obviously they're probably doing the same type of thing with the X9 as well. Yeah, and RAMs and stuff though is skyrocketed. So like how are they making this thing so cheap compared to like it's crazy. Like $5,600 all people like cheap RAM. What are we talking about? That's not cheap, but if you really wanted to build CPU mining rigs for 1 megahash, it would cost you depending on the rig. Like some people are getting, someone said they're getting the 3950X for like $350. Uh, and they said they were doing 88 watts. Like 88 watts is still, it obviously is awesome, but I'm pretty sure a 3950X is using more at the wall than 88 watts. But even at 88 watts, that is still trash compared to, you're only getting 12, 13 kilohash and $300 for a full rig. Now the RAM prices, you're not going to be getting that anymore off eBay, but that still works out to be $27,000 to build that, and it's going to use over 7,000 watts of power. Where this thing is coming in at $5,600 for 2,450 watts or so, under 2,500 watts and doing 1 megahash for $5,600. Like this thing is cheap versus building any mining rig. You want to get in the super efficient epics like the 96 cores, they cost 10 grand each, and you probably need 10 to 15 of these. So it's like $50,000-$60,000 worth of the newest epics to get that, and you're still double the efficiency as the latest epics you can get. So like this thing is insane. This thing is a huge big deal when it comes to Monero and mining efficiently. Like it is a big deal. And a lot of people are just blowing it off like, oh, whatever. It's too expensive. What's this? Like you can't compete this thing versus any CPU currently on the market. That's just how good it is. My boy was the best BIOS cloner that died a few months ago. Oh no, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, Yusuf Putz. Um, yeah, GPU cables going to the stuff right now. They probably figured, okay, we went to that. Or Yusuf, let's go to Taiwan and get those wafers. Miners nowadays need to make their own chips. Yeah. How the heck do you even do that? We don't even know how all that happens. That's craziness. All right, guys. So we're gonna have to run a little ad here for a second. So check it out. Are you looking for ASIC miners but just not sure who to trust? From most popular brands to bestsellers to miners of the week and even deals of the moment, ASIC Mining Central has you covered to the cheapest prices out of any ASIC website, as well as import fees will be low with low tax with DDP or invoice, and code RABID will grant you an additional $50 off your order. Head on over to ASIC Mining Central today for all your ASIC mining needs. Links down in the description. Now back to our regular scheduled. All right, there we go. And with that being said, I do want to bring up something. This right here. Bam. All right. So we also have this right here. Bidax Gamma 601 giveaway. All right, so I just posted this morning. 2 Bidax Gammas are up for grabs in this giveaway, perfect for home solo miners who love open source hardware. How to enter: like the post, repost, follow ASIC Mining Central as well as Rabid Mining, and that is it. 2 winners, 1 epic Bidax each. Good luck. So I'm going to send this link to you guys right now, actually. So let's just copy the link, and I'll give that to you guys to go straight to the post there. You guys can do that. There you go. So giveaway for Bidaxes. And there you go. Mom's 308. Hook that up to a BCH node if you win, right? Huh? There we go. Of course, I have lost 175 pounds since March of 2024. Nice. Good job on that. That's awesome. Is there any other way? No, I don't think so. I'll ask them and find out, but I don't think there is because they just emailed me that the other day and I said, "All right, well, I guess I'll run it. I'll throw it on Twitter and see what happens," type of thing. So, I don't know. I'll ask if there's any other way to participate other than that. So we'll see. Kawhi is still on the rise. It's going up more than what we looked at earlier. Let's take a look. Kawhi network, engage. Boom. Oh, it's about the same as where we looked. But yeah, it's going up. Payouts are going out today, and Kawhi is going up today. So interesting. Let's see. Is my node still operational? Yeah, so far it hasn't quit on me. So that's a good thing. I'm going to do a quick check there. Awesome. 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 Only 30 for the. Yeah, they're a newer account, newer people, newer thing, but they're also cross verified on eighth. What are they called here? These guys right here. Mining now, cross verification. Let's just go. Let's just look where we can find something here. Let's go to this. Can we get it on here? Yeah, right. Yeah, ASIC Mining Central. See, cross verified as their other shipper as well. So they are there. They're a fairly newer company that's kind of reaching out and doing things and stuff. You lost the whole rabbit. Oh no. Yaron, the core dev from VNR was active on Spectre Discord last few months talking about saving the Spectre network. But what was the but? What was the but? What was the but? He was talking about saving Spectre, but what happened? He released his own chain and now it's all over there. Yeah, SPR is dead for now. Yeah, for now. Is it coming back though or what? Like, come on. Come back? Can't even sync my node. Jock McMiner. Which node? Node for what? Oh, for what are we talking about now? Oh, you can't sync your node for Spectre? Oh, it's right done. Done for. Hopefully they bring it back somehow. Do you have any confirmation that people got stuff from ASIC Mining Central? I do have a few orders there. I wait a couple seconds here for like I don't know who orders. I do have an order, so I'll find out. I'll try to get more information on that to double check with you on that situation. Web wallet. Oh yeah, I know. I have that's where my web wallet is in Spectre. Or my Spectre wallet is in the web wallet. But I think you can use a seed phrase for the node and everything. But if nodes aren't syncing, then it's pretty much done for. Hopefully someone brings it back. That'd be awesome. We need a comeback special on Spectre. Monero dev should pre-order an X9 to test and nerf it better. Possibly, maybe. I imagine. I think what is it? Sech One. That's the XM rig dev. He probably knows people who's probably going to get one or something. I imagine, or he probably knows how those RISC-V chips work. Maybe he has some of them. So we'll see what happens. We need Taft to come back as well. Which one was Taft? I don't remember which one that was. So many weird coins out there. So many coins that have come and gone and disappeared and never coming back. Might come back. We just don't know. What else do we got here? Gotta exchange them soon. Anyone still holding? Oh, Dynex. I got some Dynex somewhere. How's Dynex been doing? Dynex, where you at? DNX. Dynex. 1 month down. 1 week up a bit. 1 year down. All down. What if he got $1.11? What was his all-time high? All-time high, $1.36 2 years ago. All-time low 5 days ago. Wow. The all-time low for Dynex was 5 days ago at 2.3 cents. What are we at right now? 2.6. So yeah, we're almost at an all-time low. So if you want Dynex, there isn't much of an excuse right now. We're sitting at all-time lows. Oh boy. Craziness. Although this says, oh, that's 13 cents. Never mind. I was like, I thought that was 0.013, but no, yeah, we're at all time lows on the good old Dynex. So that's crazy. Yeti moved from Dynex to, was it? Did he actually pull away from Dynex for real? He did. He is making an RTM wallet. He kind of gave me a special first look. I don't know. I think it should be announced by now, shouldn't it? Did they announce a new? Did Raptorium announce their new wallet or anything yet? Because he was showing me that he made something. They made something new for that, so we'll see. But yeah, I think he's doing something with Raptorium right now. You have 2 million SPR in 5 to 6 months of mining down in the drain. Yeah, you have 2 mil. Nice. I had around 1 million or something, but those are gone. I will just sell my DDR5 RAM and buy an X9. That's one way to do it, I guess. Yeah, sell your RAM, get an X9. Good to go. Use the Platts Max. I need to rent rig for 24 hours. What are you CPU mining? Me right now? I'm not CPU mining anything. I gotta look for something to mine. Right now, my rigs are off, like legitly. Like I'll even show you. I'll prove it to you. My rigs are not on right now. Bam. See? They've been off for 9 days, 9 days, 5 days, 7 days, 7 days. Like, look at my GPU rigs. Octa.Miner 1 and 2. 442 days that's been off. This rig has been off for 423. The last time I even tried a GPU for mining was my test bench 214 days ago. That was the last time I even attempted to even turn on a GPU for mining. 214 days ago. That's insane. But yeah. Yeah. But for the most part, my CPUs are off right now. But you know, I'm looking around. I'll find something. Just like we were looking at that coin earlier. Where is it? This weirdness. This craziness, whatever this is all about. Venera CPU. Like it sounds sketch. But you know what? Guy in the chat there says he was getting paid. So if he gets paid, he gets paid. But just weird that you're getting that coin as well as somehow USDT. I don't know. But you know, might try that one out. It's not a mining pool stats or anything. Not too many people watch live streams, so it might stay on the down low for a little bit. We'll see what the profitability actually looks like. Zealous Fork was a bust. It seems like it. We went from 170s being the king to let's fork it so that we have a more even distribution of hash rate between multiple hardwares to the 170 being the king again. So yeah, the overall I think was probably a bust. We're still sitting with 170s being the ultimate hardware for Zealous. Happy 2026. Yeah, same to you. Same to you. What's going on here with what is that? Santos LRSD. I wish I could change the names back to normal because everybody it's all messed up. You did Red Panda good with the CPU rig sale. Yeah, no doubt, huh? He got a good deal on those, that's for sure. Now he's actually has something that's going to be profitable instead of going bankrupt on GPUs all the time. Did you hear that, Panda? That's right. You heard that right. I caught some of a repeat of his stream there the other day. We were saying his 2026 plans. So he doesn't plan on buying any ASICs, doesn't plan on a whole bunch of stuff, but he plans on building CPU mining rigs. Wow. Welcome to the channel, guys. We've been CPU mining for years. People are finally starting to figure it out. The GPUs are over. None of your GPU rigs are making $25 a day. Come on. No, they're not at all. What do we got here? I made it. Settle down. What are we talking about? A little bit of everything. You know, 2026 stuff. Well, I'll end up with hardware with nothing to do. Let's build a network then. Yeah, there you go. Let's build our own AI network. I don't know how to do any of that. I still have that Xeon rig I got to put together from you. I still got to put that thing together. Wow, I got to do that. I need to do that. Slap that thing together. I wonder how much power that uses. Do you have an idea on what the idle power of that is? Because I might turn that into. It'd probably work decent for like a server, huh? Just slap some big hard drives in. I could turn that into my Bitcoin nodes and stuff. But if it uses too much power, then maybe not. What Xeon CPUs? Hold on a second. I'll grab it right quick. All right. Oh no, what happened? My screen just went crazy. All right. So they are the E5 2690. No, 20 was that? Yeah, 2690 V4, 2.6 gigahertz. So the dual Xeon right here. I never did put it together. I need to put this thing together. Maybe I'll use it as like a server, Bitcoin nodes, things like that. Unless it uses too much power for idling. Rabid looks slim. Seems like he's in the gym. I haven't been hitting any gym lately. I'm fatter than I've ever been. I need to lose weight. I used to be like super skinny. Now I'm too fat. Christmas will do that to you. 2680 V4. Yeah. V4 is pretty good. Nice. Idle is 190 with some work. It goes to 300 watt. Ooh, 190 idle. That'll be a little too much for just a idle server. I'm probably better off with the mini PCs and the Pi if that thing will start working properly. Yeah, they're power hungry. Use 300 watts. Yeah, I guess I'll figure something out with them. You know, if something super profitable for Intel emerges out of nowhere, then I'll slap that thing together. But yeah, it's 190 to 300 watts for a server is a little high on the power range. Just how just sitting there. They have tons of PCI Express. Hey, maybe I could beat Panda to a 20 GPU mining rig build. Huh? Wouldn't that be something? Think that thing would handle 20, 25 GPUs? Probably. Probably. Oh yeah. Wouldn't that be something? Rabid releases a 25 GPU mining rig build. Just because there's nothing else to do with them. Oh boy, what the okay, yeah. Maybe that's what I'll do with it. That would be something. Okay, what do we got here? For low power Epic, look at Epic 7D12, only 4-channel memory, but 84 watt TDP, pulls like 120 watts from the wall, including memory. I seen some people talking about that one. Yeah, that's that one's that's a good Epic, and it's cheap too. For what you get quite a bit of bang for what that thing costs. Except for the memory now that's going up. 35 GPU rig making 10 cents a day. Yeah, that's it's pretty sad. 35 GPU rig, 10 cents a day. You know what? Let's go in. Let's take a look. Oh boy, I don't even know if I want to. Mining GPUs, 12-cent power. Oh, there we go. The 170s, 26-cent profit. Profit 7 cents, 2 cents there. Like 3070. Let's see. 3070. Negative 4 cents on quiet. Oh boy. Number of GPUs. 35. 35 GPUs. We are making negative $1.32. 35 GPUs. You're getting $13 in revenue. Like your revenue for 35 GPUs is only $13 before power cost. That's rough. That is rough. 35 GPUs. Wow. Wow. Well, let's go into CPUs. Where is 79 50X? Let's go into this. Let's try 35 of these. Profit $12. So you're profiting almost the same amount as revenue on a GPU on a 3070. Not bad. Revenue is $24. QRL, $10 profit, $10 profit, $10 profit. At least it's green. Now, 35 CPUs isn't cheap, but it'll ROI. Even if you got a 3070 for $1, $1 3070, you would ROI the CPUs faster because you're negative on the GPU, if that makes sense. Oh man. Be careful what you wish for. 90% of profit goes to the power company. Exactly. Exactly. Now we don't want now for anyone looking into this, it is a bad time to do any type of crypto mining. Don't buy CPUs, don't buy GPUs, because if you do, the profits goes down more. And then us CPU miners, they got to share more of our profits, which is already low, and then no one makes anything. So to help keep everyone's profits higher, don't build any rigs. Disclaimer. Oh man. Rabid, you noticed how this cycle shifted away from proof of work networks? Only BTC is there. Not even big proof of work boys got any traction. Yeah, like it's very craziness. Now I think a lot of the altcoins didn't gain any altcoin season or traction, mostly due to the fact that crypto is kind of different now. Like the cycle for Bitcoin still played out to a T exactly what it's supposed to do. The 4-year peak happened, happened 1 month sooner each time. 2017 December, 2021 happened in November, 2025 we've seen it happen in October. Most likely 2029 will probably peak in September if it continues on. But the money coming in came in from ETFs and stuff. It was all paper Bitcoin funneling into Bitcoin only. And none of that actually seen the real market. So that's kind of what I feel was different is money wasn't coming into crypto. It was going into Bitcoin and it was fake paper money coming into Bitcoin, not even real money. So that is a little bit different, and I think that's what that changed quite a bit, but we still have a chance, like I said, this month, maybe next month. We have a chance to see some altcoins hit that final and fourth wave. Some coins will do a boom or something, but I think after February, everything's going down like this. Bitcoin's bottom is gonna happen this year. I think we're in full-fledged bear market. It's starting this year, and Bitcoin's doing nothing except go to down, probably bottom around October, like where the peak was last year. I'm guessing around 40 to 50K. We'll see if that's the case or not. But moving forward, we just got to start looking for the latest, newest scam rug pull coins, mine the crap out of them and sell them before the rug pulls happen. And hopefully we can siphon some value out of them before they all go to zero. So, yeah, crazy times are ahead, guys. Crazy times are definitely ahead. Rabid mining. That was a good one. What was a good one? Which part? Oh, the part of not building anything. What do we got? Wrinkle Brothers calling Zcash to 10K. They can call anything they want. Zcash will probably be back to $200 or less within the next month or so. So yeah. No retail means less speculation. That's normal. Industrial money usually comes with cost of less parabolic gains. Results are usually the exit liquidity for the market, and that never happened. Interesting thing there for sure. What do we got? The Paul Bros calling Anthony Joshua to court. I don't even know who those people are. That's why I say when it comes to the most part, ignore the world. Who cares what's going on in the world? Ignore it all. This guy's going to court. This guy says this guy does that. This guy does that. People on Twitter saying Eric Trump says Bitcoin's going parabolic from a statement 4 years ago, but they're making it sound like he just said that 2 days ago, over and over and over again. Just ignore everything. Sit back, follow the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin, and that's all you can really do. Like, sure, we have this happening, this news. Oh, everyone, this is going to cause this to happen. That's going to cause this to happen. Oh, it didn't happen like we thought, or maybe it's going to happen, or crap, it did happen, or no, it didn't happen. Oh, no, now we're all going to zero. Who cares? Forget it all. Just look at the cycles. We're done. If you look back at the cycles, we are done. Bitcoin is going down. It's not going to peak again for another 4 years. This cycle is over. wait for the next cycle, wait for the bottom, which is coming the end of this year, and we'll go from there. Who cares what Binance says? Who cares what this guy says? Who cares what Trump says? Who cares what some other country says? It's just that it's going to happen. Sure, you can do your day trading stuff, but that makes people bang their heads on the wall and do whatever for a 1 or 2% gain per day or something, and then just ignore it all. Wait 4 more years, we'll have smiles again. That, that's my crypto predictions in a nutshell. What do we got here? Follow Wrinkle Brothers or Rabid. Be careful what you wish for. Tempted to cash out. Wealthy people give their estimate, which is high. Then they slowly exit while everybody holds and thinks it's going to get close to that. That's very true too. They're definitely using you guys for exit liquidity. So if they're saying it's going to go higher, 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 it's going to keep pumping, they want you to buy or something because they're pulling out. They're pulling out. Now, I did see, who was it? One thing that was interesting is I seen, what's his name? Uh, was it James Wynn? I think it is. He said something about Peppy coin in the next 2 months could do a 10x. Now I have no idea. No idea. Like, again, not financial advice. I don't listen to anybody, but he follows the cycles for Bitcoin too, and he was calling everything as October, 1 month sooner, and everything did start to tank pretty much on the date that he thought it would too, which is crazy. But now, and he was saying, people are dumb for trying to do this. Everything's going down. Bitcoin's going down, all this stuff. But now he's thinking, Peppy might do something in the next 2 months, which is right on track for wave 4. Like I mentioned, that final altcoin season. And then, and by the end of next month, everything's going to start, coming down. So there's still a little bit of maybes out there. But like I said, for the most part, it's over. There's hopefully, this last final altcoin wave. We haven't seen Ergo pump, which it usually always does. So hopefully it gets some traction. But remember, it's dead, dead, dead. Out of nowhere it pumps and then it's dead again. So just be ready. Could Ergo be one? I have no idea. ETC didn't do anything yet. Freaking Zill went to POS. It's not doing anything yet. None of these coins are doing anything. That usually does do a little bit at least. But so yeah, I think we still have 2 months left of some type of hopium, and just hopefully if something happens, it's within one of our bags, but there's a good chance it's probably just a stupid meme coin or something, and we don't have any of it anyway. But just be ready, because there still might be a little bit of hope before the final countdown of zero happens. And when we say it's going to zero, obviously everyone knows it's never going to zero. Crypto doesn't go to zero, 0.000 whatever. Bitcoin going to zero, it's not going to zero, 40, 50K. Something going to zero is just a term that it's going down a lot. Keep that in mind, guys. A lot of people take these going to zeros, so they take it, what is it? So offensive and so, thinking it's so true, and you're lying. There's no way it's going to this. Just settle down, guys. It's a figure of speech at this point. This is crypto. It's going to zero means it's going down or something. It doesn't mean it's actually going to zero. Just settle down, breathe, and relax. Over the next year, I'm probably going to say it's going to zero quite a bit. Doesn't mean get mad. Just calm down. Rabid, I hate you. I come here to have some good vibes. Oh, I mean, awesome. Crypto's going to the moon. We're all about to make, everyone's going to have at least 10 Lambos, one in every color they can think of. There's millions of colors, so millions of Lambos. It's time to go to the moon, guys. Let's get our mansions ready. Start checking your realtor sites. Just be ready. So, yeah, I want to put an offer on that in the next 4 months because Elon said so. Is that better? That sound better, Bayako? I butchered that. That's the spirit. There we go. And also, solo Bitcoin, we're going to smash blocks. We're going to, it's going to be insane. 2026, the year of insaneness. It's going to happen. Smashing Bitcoin blocks. We're smashing Litecoin blocks. We're smashing Doge blocks. Here's a block. Here's a block. Here's a block. Everyone, you want a block? There's a block. We're going to be giving away blocks. We're going to be buying ASIC brick blocks. It's going to be crazy. Things are going to be insane. Is that the spirit? Is that what we need? Everyone happy and smiley now. Oh man, that's crazy. uh, oh boy. Anyway, so we all gonna be driving a 2002 Honda Jazz in 2027. We won't be able to drive that because everyone's gonna have all their electric car policies in place, and everyone's gonna be walking around or riding pedal bikes or something. uh, if I had a BTC block, I will buy an entire village in my country. So pirate, that'd be awesome. Turn a village into your mining farm, huh? Wouldn't that be something? Oh, craziness, craziness. Anyway, guys, we've been here for a while now. So I guess we're gonna wrap up this live stream. Hopefully, you guys, you know, had some fun at least a little bit. Sure, we started off low and stuff like that, but we picked it up because you guys needed some more atmosphere and energy. 81 likes or 81 viewers, 44 likes. Hit that like button before you go. Share this around. Remember, we got that bidax thing happening on Twitter. So share it around and reply and all that other good stuff. But I will see you guys on the next one. Rabid out. Bitcoin blocks for life. Let's do this.